Hey guys, as promised, I'm going to be doing a live video here of cooking this pasta sauce that I like to make. It's like one of my favorite go-tos when I'm not feeling well or sad or upset. It's just like
No,
I'm good. No, I don't need it. Thank you though. So yeah, what I've done is I've already pre-diced a bunch of stuff up. This is all my goodies that I'm putting in. It's in my pasta sauce. I've blanched a bunch of tomatoes, and I'm going to be adding these as well. So what I'm going to start, let's just start cooking here. Got everything ready to go, guys. I'm going to be putting like a handful of some fennel seeds into my pasta sauce. What I'm doing is it's kind of like it's like an Italian sausage version of my recipe for it. You can't really see what I'm doing here, so let's get a little bit better view. There we go.
Well, guess what I found today on the walk? Deluxe Scrabble with the Lazy Susan, and it's got rosewood tiles.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. $5.
You bought it?
Yeah, I bought it. Fuck yeah. I sanitized the shit out of it, but I bought it. Threw it in the box, fucking washed all the tile 4 times. Fucking disinfected every piece of plastic on that motherfucker.
So you know I'm live right now.
Oh.
So thanks for the potty mouth, motherfucker. Some people's children, they just don't get it. They don't get it. So yeah, the meats that I'm using today, I've got just a garlic sausage that I'm going to be adding into this, as well as, what was this again? You said it was
It's mule deer,
venison. So I'm doing like an Italian sausage out of venison, essentially, and it's gonna be yummy. It's gonna be yummy.
Mule deer are like alpine deer.
Alpine deer. Okay.
So they climb the hills, and they're a way bigger variety of deer. Like the white-tailed deer we had earlier, that's like a meadow deer, right? They're a lot smaller. They say they're the better tasting deer.
Okay.
Like mule deer, it's just as good.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna saute my veg, get it all nice and yummy, and then I'm gonna add the proteins and cook them off, and then add everything else at the end. It's gonna be yummy. It's gonna be yummy. I'm excited about this. This is like I said before, this is one of my favorite sauces. I make it whenever I was feeling really shitty about myself or hating life. You know, awesome go-to. Let's check out the color of this. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice dark yumminess. I'm excited. So yeah, I'm going to probably be doing this like once a month or something, doing like a cooking video. And if anybody has any requests about anything that I'm cooking, we can do that. I also just going to put it out there, you know, for all the locals. If you would like me to come over and cook for you after this whole COVID scare is over with, then let me know. Just I'll leave my email in the comments below when I'm done. And we'll go from there. Have some fun. Might come over, cook for you guys.
Especially the hot ones.
Especially the hot ones, is what he's saying. Trying to get me in trouble here. The hot ones. Yeah, so my mirepoix, what I've done is carrot, celery, onion, and some fresh garlic. Did a nice fine chop on it. Saute it. Get it so it's nice and translucent. The onions are translucent, and then I will add all the proteins. Heck, it's already starting to smell good in here. Excited. So yeah, like I said, guys, if you have any requests about anything that I'm cooking, or that you'd like to learn how to cook, I can for my next video I will do that. I ended up going a couple different places. Got some Thai basil because I prefer Thai basil over regular basil. Earlier I was doing like a couple of small like pre-production videos, and because of where I'm at, we share a kitchen, and these guys, a couple of my Mexican brethren, they come out and they're hanging out talking. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to film a video here, man. Some people's children, I'm telling you. It is what it is. I deal with it. So you didn't get to see me cutting all this stuff up and prepping everything up. I know it's horrible, absolutely horrible, very monotonous. But you know, I like to show off my knife skills, right? So it's always fun to sit here and you know, I'll do a little fun thing for you right now. I'll cut up a couple more pieces of basil. I used to, one of my kitchens that I used to work in, my chef was like kind of squeamish because he's seen some pretty bad cuts from people cutting themselves while they were cooking. And here, bring it up a little bit. Let's see my cutting board here. So I'd sit there and turn my knife upside down, and I'd sit like doing one of these, and then oh God! And like he just gets so angry at me all the time. Whatever. I don't cut myself when it comes to cooking. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm pretty good. He always hated when I do something like this. Sit there staring at him. Yeah. Make a nice little chiffonade. It goes right into the pasta at the end. This is my chiffonade of basil, and I've got some beautiful Greek sun-dried in olive oil olives. All right, so we're getting a nice, what you want to do with your veg, you want to cook them just a little bit past translucent, where you start caramelizing them, because that's just going to add more flavor to your sauce. Burning the sugars always makes it more yummier. So I'll be doing that here short. I'm doing that right now, and I'm going to start adding some of the other stuff. Like I've got a whole, I like doing big thick cuts of like mushrooms to go into it. It just makes it so much yummier, I think personally. So now we're going to add the proteins. So you want to get that goodiness. Start to like get it all like caramelizing and yummy and by the way, cuz if you want me to come over cooking for you, you got to pay for my plane ticket too. Love you. Shit just got real. Now it's expensive. I don't think you want me to cook for you now. My cousin, she's like, you can come over and cook for me anytime. Some people, I'm telling you, some people. See how we're going to end up browning the meat, and then I'll start adding all the other goodies into it as well. Mushrooms I like to add just as the meat's almost like cooked fully. It takes it gives it I don't know, just because I can. I'm cheating. I like to have like smoked tomatoes. I used to smoke all my own stuff and whatever, but I'm using a cheat right now. I'm putting a little bit of liquid smoke into this. I don't feel bad about it. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Cooking down the meat. Pretty exciting, man. This is I've never actually cooked this type of venison before. Like I've done venison steaks and stuff, but this is new to me. I've never cooked with what did he call it? Donkey meat, donkey deer. I don't freaking remember. He says it already beforehand, so he gave us a little. My friend Calvin, a contributor to my cooking channel here, told me what it gave us a little brief explanation if you want to learn about what kind of proteins that I'm working with. But my brain's shot. I just woke up from like a big long nap, so I'm getting old, right? So I like to add lots of fresh ground pepper into my food. What I've done is just fresh ground. Well, what I did is I opened it up and I actually toasted all the peppercorns before I started using them. So for everybody that's watching, I might not. Hey, cuz. I might not be responding right away, but I will respond to every single buddy's comments after, as well as leave my my email address in the bottom end if you guys are interested in having me come over and cook for you, or if you want any ideas as well for my next channel or my next show. I'm always open for ideas. I think maybe if I don't get any ideas, I'm going to do what I like. Everybody knows one of my things that I cook. I do a wicked bacon burger, and that might be the next one. I don't know yet. I don't know. And maybe then too, I'll have like a real stove, because this one sucks. Community stove. I guess they've worked it to the point where the elements are dying, so everything takes twice as long to cook. Yay! Oh yeah, things are just smelling yummy. I wish there was something like smell-o-vision, because then I could like waft it at you guys. Dessert work. I got one of my favorite desserts. I came up with my own design. I call them bacon boom booms. Maybe I'll make those. It's like a spin-off of like Rocky Road. So what I did is candied bacon and maple syrup with some chocolate. Other yummy things. If you want, maybe I'll do those, or maybe a cheesecake or something. Show you how to make like one of my favorite. Certain things I can't do in this place because there's no alcohol and no drugs here. So a lot of my recipes I can't really cook here I can't really put on here just yet because I can get in trouble for it. So, and I'm trying to be a good boy. But I am a fanatic with cooking with beer. I love cooking with beer. I started writing a cookbook many years ago called Just Add Beer, and I haven't finished it yet. But it started off like the first chapter of it. I'm doing like a little bit of a autobiography of myself as a chef, talking about some of my exploits in the kitchen. Cheesecake, yeah, okay. So yeah, I was talking about like just doing like stupid things, kind of going like Anthony Bourdain style, like Kitchen Confidential. If you haven't read the book, I say it is a must. It's called Kitchen Confidential. Awesome book. Awesome book. One of my favorite chefs, Anthony Bourdain. He's kind of like, they call him the John Belushi of the food industry. Just a bit of a badass. Awesome guy. He's got a couple different cooking shows that I really liked. No Reservations was my favorite. He'd go around the world trying all these different foods from like weird places, and like some places are like in like remote areas, like weird stuff. Yummy, scary some of it, but pretty good. The meat's starting to brown here. We're looking pretty good. This will be just a quick vid, and then what I'll do is I'll add a couple of like updates as it's cooking, because this sauce takes about 2 hours to cook. I'm making it like right from scratch. What I've done is I got some tomatoes here, like fresh tomatoes, and what I would do to take the skin off of them, you freeze them, and then score them, put like a cut. Quarter cut just around the skin. You put them in boiling water. It'll help take the skins off faster, so you don't have that crappy skin that's in the pasta. I don't like it. I don't like it rolls up and it's kind of like eating plastic. Meat's just about ready, and then I'm going to start adding everything else, guys. Start cutting up some tomatoes here. And depending on how you want for like texture and stuff, right? Bigger the cut, the longer it takes to cook, or the different the texture will be of the sauce. I personally just do like large cuts. I'm lazy. I don't really care. It's also good. I didn't do this beforehand because I was in a rush when I found out that I ended up getting all these tomatoes. Taking the cores out of the tomatoes themselves. And that's easy. You just take like a paring knife, or you can buy a tomato core. I'm lazy. I just use my knife. All you do, kind of go in like on an angle here. And just go around. See, these are like pre-blanched and kind of frozen, right? So it's a little harder, but there you go. Easy way to get rid of them. Or you can do it the lazy way and just, when you're cutting them, cut big chunks, cut them out that way. However you want to do it. Reason why I freeze the tomatoes, though, when I go to make sauces, what it does is they break down faster. So instead of taking like 8 hours to cook the sauce, it's only going to take 2. I thought it was, a brilliant idea because I'm brilliant and I'm awesome. Just do a rough cut. However you want to do it. However you want your pasta sauce to look, right? One of the guys here has some fresh tomatoes, and what I'll end up doing at the end is I'll cut up a couple of fresh tomatoes and just put them in for basically for like texture purposes, and just it looks nice. Big fresh chunks of tomato in there. Oh, this sauce is, like I said, by far one of my favorite sauces that I've ever made. I've been cooking for quite some time, and I want to get back into it, but I really only want to do it for if I'm the boss. I don't want to be somebody else's gopher, I've done that. Been there, done that. I've got more experience and I'm better than that. I know that I should, have some humility, but I don't really want to anymore with food. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing it for a very long time. So once the meat's done cooking, which it'll be done here, I'm just timing everything so I can so it's all done at the right time. by the time I'm done cutting all these tomatoes up, the sauce will be ready to be added, or well, the rest of my mise here, mise en place for the sauce will be ready to be added. So I hope I'm making sense to you guys, or not blabbering on, but I don't really care. You're watching me. Listen, deal with it. What I'll do too, I will download this video, and I'm gonna do some post production and add some. I did a couple of quick little things like cutting and stuff, and I'll put it on my YouTube page as well as my Pirate Daddy page as a full production kind of thing. See how it goes. And oh yeah, speaking of my Pirate Daddy page, just wanted to say thank you to all my friends and family for following me. I'm now at just over 1,000 views on one of my songs. Most of my art stuff and most of my videos that I've been putting on there are all above 250 views. So I'm excited. It's a slow go. It's a slow process, but hey, man, everything that's good. You gotta take a little bit of work for it, right? I'm excited though. There's been a lot of good reviews on what I'm doing with my arts, my arts and whatnot, the crafts that I am good at here. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells delicious in here. Another thing, the reason why I also freeze these guys is because it draws a lot of the water out of the tomatoes, which also helps with the cooking process. But if you guys don't want to do from fresh, I use San Marzano whole tomatoes in a can, and you just take them and you strain them and get all the liquids out and do the same thing. Just what I like to do at the end though, because the sauce gets pretty sec. That means dry, by the way, in cooking terms. Add the tomato water in at the end. I don't like wasting anything. Utilize everything as much as you can. Since I don't have proper chinois or strainers here, what I'll do is I'll just do this by hand. Actually, oh yeah, mushrooms. Put the mushrooms in there. Forgot, I do have a strainer. Mwah! This is a gift from a friend that he ended up moving out of here. And he gave me a couple of his kitchen pieces of kitchen equipment. Very nice of him. And so thank you for helping with the production of this video, my friend Cannon, Mr. Cannon Singh. And if you see this video, yeah, I totally mentioned your name, and I don't feel bad about it. So yeah, what you do is just kind of squish out all the liquids. So all you're left is almost like a stewed tomato. I don't like using the stewed tomatoes or canned tomatoes because all the nutrition value is gone. The way I do it, I IQF them and then blanch them and take off the skin. That way all the nutritional value is still kicking. It's all still there, And canned stuff is never really good. You don't really need to use canned crap. Hey, what's going on, guys? I am making my infamous pasta sauce right now, and I'm posting it live on Facebook.
Oh, can you pull a lot of those tomatoes?
Yeah. We ended up getting a couple big boxes of tomatoes, like the big ones that you see at grocery stores.
Exactly.
So I ended up taking 10 pounds of them. So this is what 10 pounds of tomatoes look like after they've been processed. Yeah, I froze them. What I did is I froze them.
You mean the the tomatoes they were giving away?
Yeah, I took like 10 pounds and froze them off. And then I did scores on them, blanched them so I could pull the skin off. And yeah.
What are you making, spaghetti?
Well, I think rotini. But I'm doing, I forget what he said, a mule deer.
Oh, okay, you enjoy it.
Luke, at least one restaurant is open.
Oh, yeah?
Open, eh?
Yeah. Cooking with the pirate, guys.
Yeah, good night, buddy.
Yeah, have a good night, brother. Everybody wants to talk. As soon as you see, what's going on over here? What's cooking? What are you guys doing? A couple of the guys are always super interested in watching me do things that I'm doing, and it's funny. A bit of a pain in the ass when you're trying to make a video. Oh, it smells so good. I'm so excited. So, I also like using when you're cooking certain types of meats, I like to use things that can help accent them. Most red meats, if you use a little bit of some licorice flavors, like I use some star anise and some fennel seed, and then I add it into the pasta sauce itself, and it'll actually it'll accentuate the flavors that you're putting in, like from the red meats or whatever proteins that you're using. So I'm gonna add about two of those, and I've added 2 tablespoons of fennel seed. Toasted it up first before I added everything in. And like I said, I don't like to waste anything, right, guys? So what I'll do too is while everything's cooking, I'll end up throwing in, these are the stems from the Thai basil. I'll throw these in. It'll square them up a bit, and then throw them in just to create more flavor. Just all about trying to pack as much flavor as you can into something, right? So, water. Now we're gonna add the tomatoes. I can crush them a little bit more. A little bit more water out of them, just so this cooks faster. So that's what 10 pounds of tomatoes look like after they've been processed. Doesn't look like much, eh? Add all that goodie in there. These tomatoes are, 90% water, right? So. So yeah, here you go. That's what it's looking like. And I'll just keep on stirring and adding more stuff. I like to put a little bit of lemon to brighten up the flavors from the tomatoes. And then... Sorry, Dad, I'll call you back. I'm doing a live video. So anyways, where was I? Crap in a hat. Poop in a scoop. So, I'm going to be adding some fresh thyme as well. And some capers. I like putting capers in my pasta sauces as well. Apparently capers are quite hard to find. I didn't think that was a thing, but it is. So here's I usually add I'll probably add half of what I have here, so that's what, 2 tablespoons, maybe 3 tablespoons of capers into this. Just adds to the salty element of the yumminess. And then some salt to help break the vegetables down faster. I'll add while I'm cooking it, and then half of the capers after. I've dried out my thyme because I had time. Funny play on words. So I'll add like about 12 stems of thyme into this. Give it a quick rub, breaking it down. I'm a whole spice guy. I just like throwing it all in there. Don't have any of that TV magic, so I can't. By the power of TV magic, boom, pasta sauce is done. It doesn't work like that for me. But what I'll do, I'll take some pictures later on, showing you what the sauce looks like, and then how everything is done after. I like doing family-style dinners. There's about 4 guys that are going to be 3 guys plus me sitting down having dinner tonight, and I'm going to just put it all out as family style, you know. And in times like this, you know, when we're all going crazy and can't see our friends and family, and all we have is each other right now, you know. So, like, to me, it's important, you know. Oh, I forgot, and I'm adding a half a cup of sugar. It gets rid of the bitterness of the tomatoes. Forgot. Sometimes I like to add like a little bit of cinnamon as well to open up the flavors, but I don't have any of that, so ain't got time for that. Yeah, about a half a cup of sugar helps sweeten up everything, makes it just taste so much more yummy. And then, yeah. So anyways, guys, here you go. This is my first cooking show. I will, I'll send some pictures and check out the comments, and let's see see what we can do next. Thank you for hanging out with me, you know, in isolation. Anyways, guys, love y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.